What is going on, guys? Nathan here with a fairly quick League of Legends gameplay commentary, here showcasing the new game type Teambuilder that was released today, March 10th, and will remain until March 12th, which is obviously 2 days from now. Now, this game type is amazing, and it is currently in beta, so it's not a full product yet. However, so far I'm liking it a lot, mostly because it has the potential to remove 90% of the toxicity in League, which is awesome. Now, I would say that most of the toxicity in League comes from the pre-game role assignments, where people will argue for what kind of role they want. You know, let's say somebody wants mid, who is, second to bottom pick, while the top guy wants mid, well, then there's pick order, and all kinds of arguments occur. So, Teambuilder eliminates all of that. So let me just go through what it takes to get into a game with Teambuilder. Basically, what this game mode is you pre-assign the roles that you want. So let's say I want to Morgana support, which is my main, so I'm going to choose Morgana.
We'll bring them pain.
And then we will go through skins. So you can select whatever skin you want. And now here I specify what lane I want. So I want to be bottom lane and I want to be support. So now, because I'm actually building a team, I have this option to find solo players, which we'll get to in a minute, but you can select your champion spells, or your summer spells rather, and your runes and masteries. Now, normally you just click find a team, and it would basically present you as saying, hey, I want to support, match me with a team that needs a support, and it will do that. But right now, here I will actually find solo players. So I want a top lane, a mid lane, another bottom lane for ADC, and I want a jungle. And if you want to do a weird team comp with duo top for whatever reason, then I think you can do that. I'm not sure if the algorithm will match you with somebody who's running a similar layout with a duo top, but that would be pretty cool. But anyway, you can then select these roles. So for example, I always want my top lane to be a tank, for example. I'm not entirely sure if this is more of a need versus want type of implementation, where the algorithm, will actually limit whatever character is being assigned here to a tank, for example, or as an assassin for a jungler. Or if it's just kind of, hey, I'd like to have a tank, but if not, you can match a different champion. But anyway, not sure about that. But anyway, I would not actually suggest doing or specifying any roles, except for your mid lane. You might always just want to have a mage for AP, and then your bottom lane, you always want to have a marksman for ADC. Otherwise, anything else is kind of weird, because your jungler might not always be an assassin, or your top lane might not always be a tank, or whatever you want to run. So now I am done, and I will click search, and now people will actually start appearing here, and it will present me with a 30-second cooldown, along with them saying, hey, I want to be mid lane, and it'll show the characters. So if there is a mid lane Zed, for example, I will accept it, say, hey, you can play my team. But if it's a mid lane like Jinx, for example, who is more of an ADC, then I can just decline it and look for somebody else. So like Aurelia, I would accept, but I'm just going to decline these for now because I don't want to actually start a match. So I'll just quit here so we don't get more requests. But anyway, the best thing about Teambuilder is that it does remove that toxicity, because there's no arguing of, hey, I want jungle, or I want jungle too, so let's duke it out in the comments and insult each other. And instead of, having a bunch of arguments that then impact team cohesion later on in the game, you now just have a much smoother experience where you're already saying, hey, I'm mid, match me with a team that needs a mid, and they are obviously in need of that role, so you can play it. So that is awesome. Plus, it eliminates that disappointment factor sometimes when, let's say, you really want to play mid. Let's say you really want to try out like Zed because you just bought him. You really want to play mid. Well, in draft, you might actually join a server only to find out that your bottom pick and the top guy wants mid. Now, you can kind of be a dick about it and go mid anyway if you really want to play Zed, but courtesy kind of states that you have to give up whatever role that you want to because you're bottom pick. So Teambuilder also eliminates that whole aspect where, you know, if you want to play a certain role 100% of the time, then you can, which is pretty awesome. The only bad thing, well, there's two bad things, but the main bad thing about Teambuilder is that there's a pretty long wait time to forming a team. It typically takes about 10 minutes in queue to form up a team. Usually the role that you have to wait for the longest is jungler, or at least that was my experience at about 4:30 Eastern time. Since then, I think more people have been playing it, and it's a little bit smoother than before. But overall, I'm just really impressed with this game type. It is freaking awesome. Oh, the other bad thing that I kind of would like to see implemented is bans, so that every time, you know, as it is, in Teambuilder, you can be any champion that you want. You know, if I want to play Fizz, which isn't a very well-liked champion, I would say, because he's so powerful, you know, if I wanted to play Fizz every single time, I could. And you gotta implement a factor of, you know, not playing certain champs, other than just abusing. I mean, it is okay to play the same champ every time, because in a perfect world, every single champ should be balanced, but that's not really how it is. And being able to ban certain champs like, I don't know, Blitzcrank or whatever, something, you don't want to face a Blitzcrank in bottom lane because he's just really good. So, I don't know. I'd just like to see bans implemented, and that's pretty much all I would suggest about Teambuilder. It is, once again, it is just amazing. I would highly suggest you guys test this out when you can. And that is pretty much all I had to share with you guys today. Just wanted to say, hey, this game type is awesome, and you should definitely try it out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. So, I will see you guys later.